Give her an opportunity to share her story. And so we've made her an honorary chairperson. Yeah! Woo! Honorary chair, that's right. Being on the board of directors for Sheepdog, and on behalf of the board of directors, we cannot appreciate any more than we do our honorary chair this evening. And I'm very excited to give her an opportunity to speak and share her story. A fellow veteran, a sheepdog herself, a VP with Walmart, and just a senior VP with Walmart, and just an amazing individual who continues to give back. So please welcome to the stage our honorary chairperson this evening, Tracy Dufault, please.
Good evening. I'm not really sure how to follow the people that were on stage today, but I think I can bring a little bit of my journey and my experience to their story and why Sheepdog is so important to me. It's a wonderful night. I mean, the amazing weather that we have now, to be here together to honor Sheepdog for all their great work for veterans, law enforcement, and first responders. I'm not often asked why I support Sheepdog. After all, I am a veteran. I am the wife of a retired combat veteran, now a turned volunteer sheriff that's somewhere out there tonight who flew that helicopter into the parking lot. I am the daughter of a Marine. I knew Lance would like that. And I am a member of the class of 1993 from the United States Military Academy at West Point. Sheepdog, after all, supports veterans, so it's obvious why I would support it. Maybe. But as you heard from others tonight, not all organizations are the same. And just saying that they support veterans really does not capture the essence of Sheepdog and why I give to this organization versus many others. I think we can all agree our veterans, first responders, and law enforcement are our heroes. They help others in the darkest of times. We call a police officer, an ambulance, because we are not okay. Something is wrong. They are who we count on to be strong when we are not. And we literally count on them to fight our battles for us. What becomes of our heroes after their work is done? How do they move on with their lives? And you've heard a little bit about the struggle of that tonight. I mean, after all, they survived when others did not. So why do they not all thrive in their next chapter? It's hard for us to understand, and often, and I think Trejo said it best, it's even harder for the heroes themselves to understand. After all, they are heroes. They are trained to be strong, trained to handle the toughest of situations. It is not okay for them to not be okay. 3 years ago, I attended my 25th reunion at West Point. Fortunately, we hadn't lost many classmates. We held a ceremony, as we always do, to honor those we had lost, and we celebrated their lives, especially those who had made the ultimate sacrifice. After all, many of my classmates' sacrifices have been captured in books and even featured films. But it was also revealed at the ceremony that a few of my classmates' deaths, previously thought of to be accidents or natural causes, were in fact suicides. But they had been gone many years at that point. Many of my classmates had already or were getting ready to retire and move to their next chapters. Here I am 3 years later, and we've lost 4 more. 3 of them to suicide in almost rapid succession. All of them had friends, all of them had a family who loved them, and all of them still struggled because we did not make it okay for them not to be okay. The class of '93 has now lost more classmates to suicide than any other cause of death combined. But there could have been more suicides but we woke up. We began connecting in new ways, and we created a community where being okay is not only accepted, it is expected, and it is stronger than ever. However, most veterans, law enforcement, first responders don't have almost 1,000 classmates to respond to their crisis. And clearly, having a community is not enough alone. The magic of Sheepdog is in the acceptance and normalization of the struggle post-service. That it is, in fact, okay to not be okay. That it is normal to miss the community you left behind. You heard it tonight. That it is hard to find a new community that understands what you have endured. And sometimes it's even harder to see because not all scars are physical. That it is, in fact, normal to have lost your sense of purpose. Trejo told us that story tonight. Now that you have given up helping people or saving people as your daily vocation. The magic of Sheepdog, my friends, is the restoring of a community where your struggles are not only accepted, they're not only normal, but expected. The magic of Sheepdog is the restoring of a sense of purpose, and most of all, the magic is the restoring of personal power to make their own days better. To give them the tools to make more of their days okay than not. Our heroes have been there for us. Tonight, I ask you to give of your time and or of your money, not to give back to them. They do not want or expect that, but to give to our heroes' futures because their lives literally depend on it. Thank you for allowing me to speak tonight and to be your honorary chair.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Tracy. Real quick, we got a little thing for you.
Thank you. A lot of what Tracy said from the standpoint of what we are as an organization is defined by that sense of loss that so many of our men and women experience and feel when they leave the service. And your words drove that point home in a way that I hope we all can really grasp, and the fact that this organization is not and never will be about giving our fellow sheepdogs a handout. It's about a hand up, and in trying to encourage them to truly live their best lives, when unfortunately too many of them think their best life is in the past. And what we're working on so hard today is changing that dynamic that exists in them from the standpoint of thinking that everything that I have done that's great is behind me and I'll never live that again. So in your words, she's reminded us of the importance of what we do and what your support means to us. So thank you for that. And I hope that you will leave here tonight appreciating the very essence of what we are through Tracy, Sergio, and Noah. And again, just a round of applause for her service and what she continues to do for us and so many other veterans out there today. Some of you may be familiar with the paddle, and you see this hanging on walls of service members, and there may be always that question of why. You know, in the Navy, when they give these out, it's pretty obvious, right? You know, when those Navy ships go down, you got to have something to get you back home. So they got paddles hidden all over those cruisers you don't even know about, right? That's something Marines, we always got to pick at the Navy on. But the reality is it's a symbol of moving forward, having that opportunity to know that whether it's as a weapon, we always look at everything as a way to fight, whether it's fighting to get ashore with this and then fighting once we're on shore. It's a symbol of ever moving forward and the willingness to always take the fight to the enemy. And for us as an organization, that fight is now isolation, self-regret and loathing. And so in our gift tonight to Tracy, from us, presented to Tracy Dufault, October 9th, 2021, in appreciation for your support of Sheepdog Impact Assistance and our efforts to engage, assist, and empower our nation's heroes. From the men and women of SDIA, helping others truly is a way of life. Ever forward. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Thank you.